Good afternoon. So I'm here with my Swiss Arms Sparrow. This is a 177 brake barrel piston springer, and I'm using some R10s. These are good quality. I'm using my Sire L2 compact, 4.49mm head and a 5 grain pellet. I've got two paper targets, one at 10 yards and one at 12.5 metres. I'm going to put 5 shots in each. I'm going to zoom in on 12.5 metres. I'm a little tired. I've just a 10-hour shift. I've been up since 4. So we'll see how we do, see if we can keep still, see how the grouping is. Okay, so it's an easy brake barrel. You've got a cross bolt safety like that. It is a plastic trigger, but because the release is only 3.5 pounds on the second stage release, it's not particularly stressed, and it seems very good quality, to be fair. I don't see it breaking. If it's a heavy pull, like a £10 pull, then you might see it wearing. But yeah, it seems to go pretty hard. The first stage is only a £1.5, and then the second stage is 3.5 pounds. Okay, so here we go. We're going to aim at the base of the black, try and keep still. Two-handed, freestanding. See how we do. 5 at each. And here goes. Keep it still. One. I've got some old tea towels in these pellet traps, so it should keep it pretty quiet. It's not a particularly noisy pistol. It's averaging 2.57 foot-pounds energy over an average of 5 shots out the box, so it's probably going to settle down a bit as well. It stopped dieseling, which is good. It's got a little bit of creep in the second stage. I'd like to maybe polish the sears up, maybe get it down to about a £2 pull, because I do intend to shoot this. In fact, I will do a video shooting this one-handed at a competition 10-metre high target. I lost count. I think that was 3. Yeah, carry on. I think that's 3. Oh, and I can't see them, so they must be in the black, which is always a good sign. Oh, I pulled that one. I pulled that one really wide. That was my fault. That was totally my fault. So whoever the other 4 are, that's the true accuracy of this pistol. That was miles away. So let's zoom in on the. Yeah, I was really struggling to keep that outstretched, so keep it still. So yeah, left-hand target again. 5 shots. See if we can keep still. A little bit breezy, but nothing too bad. It's a little bit high. You see it just to the top of the black. So the sights on this are pretty good, to be fair. The foresight sits nicely in the rear sight. Oh, that hit the trap. I'm going to pull that one. The problem is at 12.5 metres, because you've got the pellet trap and the black circle, you can only just see a tip of the foresight, because it sits so high in the actual groove, so it's not easy to actually shoot. That's a small target. Yeah, if it's a bigger target, at 17cm target, you have a bit more of the white to see the foresight on, but you've got very little with the 14cm target. Yeah, that was a bit low. A little bit of diesel there, not much. It's shooting pretty central, even though it's a little low. Look at this, is freestanding as well. Right, that was low as well. So I think I was 5, so we'll bring them up, we'll have a closer look. I don't think it was particularly great, but I think I'm really quite tired, struggling to keep still. We'll see how we do. Right, so because of my hernia, obviously after a while I struggled to keep still, especially outstretched. So the 12.5 metre wasn't that good, to be fair. I mean, that one, the first one, I think I clipped up there. Yeah, I pulled, but they're all central. But I seem to have struggled to keep vertically because the problem is, because it's just a small target, you can only just see the tip of the actual foresight there. So that was the main problem with that. But closer in at 10 yards, this is much more. You know, much better. You can see a much bigger sight picture. So you see, that's when I pulled. That was the final shot. But the other 4 are there. That's a good group, freestanding at 10 yards. So this pistol is capable, no problem there. So yeah, it's got a plastic trigger, but it's got a quality polymer trigger. The release is 3.5 pound on the second stage, so it's not heavy. I mean, I'm looking at probably taking the stock off. See if I can maybe polish the sears up and reduce that a bit. You know, maybe hopefully for about two pound pull would be nice. But yeah, the sight picture is really good. There's very little air, but the problem is as you go further out, the actual foresight becomes a small part of that target, and it's difficult to pick it up. You know, with just a 14 centimetre target. But even then, I reckon if I could keep still, I could get a much tighter group. So yeah, very nice. Shoots very well, really. I'm going to pause this video and we'll have a crack at those cans. It should be easier because they're quite tall, and putting the foresight on the silver should be quite easy to see. So I hope you like that little video. Take care and thanks for watching.